The sentencing of David McBride is just hours away, with the whistleblower likely to be behind bars this time tomorrow. The announcement will close the chapter on a scandal that has spanned years and brought to light some of the most shocking allegations in Australia's military history.
It's been 13 years since David McBride was first deployed to Afghanistan. 7 years since the military documents he leaked to the ABC were published as the Afghan Files.
Why did you blow the whistle?
Well, no one else was going to do it. It was going to get worse.
6 years since David was charged with theft of Commonwealth property and later with 1 count of unauthorised disclosure of information and 3 of breaching the Defence Act.
If this could happen in Australia, what chance has the rest of the world got?
And 6 months since he pleaded guilty to 3 of the 5 charges.
Today, I serve my country.
David's leak revealed alleged war crimes committed by Aussie Special Forces and a culture of cover-ups at the command level.
You could shoot someone who wasn't armed. Sometimes even worse than that, where you've got someone handcuffed and you just put a gun to their head and blow their head away. And that's not a legitimate act of war. Most people did the right thing. Most people were really good. The problem was with the commanders.
In his trial, David's defence relied upon evidence he was unable to use after the government successfully quashed it on national security grounds, leaving him with little choice but to enter a guilty plea.
As long as the people think that I stood up for what I believed in, I can go to jail with my head held high.
Tomorrow, the ACT Supreme Court will hand down its sentence and David will learn his fate.
I stand tall and I believe I did my duty. I don't see it as a defeat. I see it as the beginning of a better Australia.
David McBride joins us now. David, we are so sorry that it's come to this. First of all, how are you feeling tonight?
Well, I'm very happy to be on the project, I have to say. And I'm down here with my family. I know that sounds a bit silly, but it's just nice. All you can ask for is to have support. I've had lots of messages from all around the world and my family are here with me. I've got a couple of friends and you've got to put a brave face on things and hold your head up high, I guess.
And look, we are thrilled that you've decided to spend a little bit of your final freedom with us tonight, but going into jail tomorrow is a possibility. Are you scared?
Look, I'm not that scared. As I said, I've always wanted to stand up for something, and in some ways I've completed a goal in that when it's a bit like jumping off a cliff or something, you're not sure whether you're going to be able to do it. I'm trying to expect prison because I don't want to look. It's funny, I don't want to look all deflated and shocked and whatever. If that happens, I want to be able to stand firm and say, you haven't broken me. I'm still committed to what I believe. And if that's what I have to do, that's what I will do. But I've got the support of my family, and my daughter made me laugh the other day. She said, Dad, if they said, we won't put you in prison if you just shut up, what are you going to say? And I laughed and she laughed. And so at least I know that she doesn't have any fear about it. You worry about your kids worrying about you. It's in a family, as you would know, you all feed off each other. As long as they're okay, I should be okay.
Well, a lot of potential whistleblowers will likely be watching you and seeing the consequences of speaking up. What would you say to them?
It's a funny thing. I often get asked that question. And it's a funny answer because I can't pretend that it's not a hard road and that you'll probably lose your marriage, your job, and a lot more besides your mind. But I still say do it. I still say if we're going to make Australia a better place, the world a better place, we need people to stand up. And if this helps for anyone's a bit spiritual, I've never liked myself so much. So you do get a real sort of personal satisfaction. And I think if enough people start to do it, we have the ability to change this country, if not the world, for the better. And that's something worthwhile.
It doesn't sound like it, but I have to ask, David, do you have any regrets?
No, I don't. I don't, and it's good. I loved getting asked that question because I don't wake up happy. You know, I was quite tense coming down here, and you worry about the minutiae of getting things together. But every time I get asked that question, it's good because I hear it myself and I say, I have no doubt that I did the right thing. I'm proud of what I've done. My family are proud of what I've done. I think Australia it will be better off for what I've done, so I can't regret it. So I love answering that because I hear it myself. You have to remind yourself. So, yeah, thank you for asking.
So, David, these could be your final moments of freedom. You mentioned you're spending them with some family and friends. What are you guys going to be talking about? What's happening in the house?
My daughter and I, it's funny you just do the small things. My daughter just sat with me on the bed. She's on Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat, and we just sit back to back, and that sort of stuff is priceless. Just doing, you can't really talk about it because it's awkward, but just holding each other. We hug quite a bit. I walk the dog. It's just those kind of small things that if you do end up in prison, that just the touch of your daughter's back on your back while you sit there on the sofa together, totally, without saying anything is good. Last night we watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3, one of our favourite movies, and again we just watch a movie and we sit together and we hug a fair bit. There's a lot of unspoken communication, but they're quite upbeat, and because they're upbeat, it makes me upbeat.
Well, David, very best of luck for tomorrow. It's true that, if you have a sense of purpose, you really can get through anything. So well done. Your outlook's unbelievable, and we really thank you for your time.
No, I thank you guys. You've put me on a couple of times, and that's all I can ask for, and you do great work, and, thank you for me and all my family for everything you guys do at the project.